Look, if you're a busy full-time worker juggling a 9 to 5 job, a nasty commute, and, just life in general, you already know the grind. You work incredibly hard. You put in the hours, yet somehow it feels like your bank account is just standing still while the cost of living literally keeps sprinting ahead. It's incredibly frustrating. And honestly, the financial stress felt by so many hardworking people today, it's completely valid. But today, we're going to change that narrative. We are looking at the 2026 passive income ladder. Now, to really get why this matters so much, we got to look at a pretty staggering number. According to the Federal Reserve, 56% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency expense. Just think about that for a second. More than half the people you pass on your morning commute are just one flat tire or one minor medical bill away from a full-blown financial crisis. But here's the wild part, right? At this exact moment, there are people out there making your exact same salary with the exact same 24 hours in a day who are bringing in $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 in extra monthly income. They didn't inherit some massive trust fund, and they definitely didn't magically get a 50% raise. The secret? Well, it's like this quote says. The difference isn't their job. It's that they built systems. They built automated income streams that run whether they're sitting at their desk or fast asleep. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The passive income reality. 2. Zero effort financial foundations. 3. Create once, sell forever. 4. Hands-off content systems. And 5. Your 90-day action plan. Moving right along to Section 2, Zero Effort Financial Foundations, Building Base Wealth with Zero Time Commitment. So if you are completely wiped out after a long workday, these are the methods you're going to want to start with because they require zero new skills, literally none. Just look at this stark contrast. If you've got $10,000 sitting in a traditional savings account, you might earn, about $5 a year? You can't even buy a decent iced coffee with that. But moving that same 10 grand into a high-yield savings account, you're looking at over $500 a year. Now, obviously, this isn't some get-rich-quick scheme, but it is absolutely the foundation of passive income. It takes maybe 10 minutes to set up, and you instantly give your money a massive rates. And this brilliantly illustrates how we actually do this. We're talking about specific tools you can use to start renting out your money today. For high-yield savings, platforms like SoFi, Marcus, or Ally are offering fantastic cash returns right now. Then you have dividend ETFs. Basically, think of this as renting out your money to massive blue-chip companies. Using fractional brokerages, you can buy into funds like SCHD or VYM with just $50. And finally, REITs, real estate investment trusts. This is how you get the wealth-building power of real estate, like owning a tiny slice of apartment complexes or office buildings without ever getting that midnight phone call about a broken toilet. Funds like VNQ or Realty Income make it so incredibly easy. All right, Section 3, Create Once, Sell Forever. High-margin digital products and scalable assets. So this is where we level up a bit. We're transitioning from letting your cash do the heavy lifting to letting a little upfront effort work for you indefinitely. These digital assets cost absolutely nothing to replicate. You build a product on a random Saturday afternoon, and you can sell it 10,000 times. Because you're busy, you don't have time to guess what software to use, so here is your essential tech stack. Canva is perfect for beautiful designs, Notion is great for building organizational dashboards, and good old Excel for financial models. Once you build them, you host and sell them on Gumroad or Etsy. Imagine building a really smart budgeting spreadsheet just one time, throwing it on Gumroad for $9, and having 10 people buy it every single day. That's $2,700 extra a month from a file you threw together in a few hours. Hold on, though. Before you rush off to make a template, we really need to talk about a massive beginner pitfall. The biggest mistake is selling generic templates. Nobody is out there searching for just a budget template, because honestly, they can get that anywhere for free. The fix? You have to niche down to very, very specific problems. So instead of a generic budget, you create a budget template for freelance graphic designers who get paid inconsistently. Solving a highly specific problem for a very specific group of people, that's the actual secret to generating real sales. Now, if you're more of a physical products person, print on demand is going to be your absolute best friend. This system lets you sell custom physical items. Think t-shirts, mugs, tote bags. But here is the absolute magic part for a busy professional. A third party prints and ships the item only when a customer actually places an order. By using platforms like Printful or Redbubble, you entirely eliminate the headache of buying inventory up front, storing giant boxes in your garage, and making those tedious daily trips to the post office. Literally, your only job is the design. Next up, Section 4, Hands-off content systems, automated marketing and media for higher yields. Okay, these systems, they do take a bit more elbow grease to set up initially than just opening a savings account, but the payouts are massive once they're running. Let's break these down. First, affiliate marketing. Every time you recommend a product to a friend, you could actually be getting paid. You earn a commission when someone buys through your unique link. Look for recurring commissions with tools you already use, like Jasper or Hostinger. Second, content licensing. Do you have an old hard drive somewhere just full of decent travel photos or ambient video? Platforms like Shutterstock or Pond5 will literally pay you every single time someone downloads your asset. You upload them once, and it's a true set-it-and-forget-it income stream. And third, paid newsletters built on platforms like Beehive, where you can bring in recurring sponsorships. Now, what's really interesting about this is the profound difference between owning your audience and just borrowing one. The biggest mistake creators make is relying entirely on social media algorithms. I mean, you could build a massive following on a platform, and a single tiny algorithm tweak could wipe out your entire reach overnight. The fix here is to build an email newsletter. You own that list forever, no algorithm can take it away from you, and nobody can ban your account. It is for sure the most durable digital asset you can possibly create. And speaking of content systems, let's completely demystify something that sounds super intimidating but is actually really manageable. The faceless YouTube workflow. You don't even need to be on camera for this. Step 1, research a topic and write a really strong script. Step 2, generate a highly realistic voiceover using an AI tool like 11 Labs. Step 3, source some free, high-quality stock footage from Pexels. Step 4, drag it all onto a timeline and edit it right in CapCut. This takes what sounds like a massive, overwhelming media production job and breaks it down into bite-sized chunks that you can easily pull off on a lazy Sunday. Finally, Section 5, your 90-day action plan, how to execute without the overwhelm. So we've covered a ton of ground today, but look, having 10 great ideas means absolutely nothing if you just freeze up and don't execute. It's time to cure shiny object syndrome. So the crucial point is this: do not try all 10 of these strategies. I'm serious. If you are already grinding 40 or 50 hours a week, trying to launch an Etsy shop, a faceless YouTube channel, and a newsletter all at the exact same time is a guaranteed one-way ticket to burnout. You really have to exercise extreme focus here. Just pick one strategy from this explainer that excites you the most. Here is your completely stress-free roadmap to actually make this happen. On day 1, you pick your single stream and you set it up. Maybe that's literally just moving your emergency fund into a high-yield savings account. Then for the next 90 days, you focus entirely on that one stream. You let it run, you learn all its little nuances, and you optimize it. You do not get distracted by other shiny ideas. Actually, it's only on day 91, once that first system is truly running completely on its own, that you are allowed to layer in a second stream. That is how real, sustainable wealth is built. Not overnight, but stacked up, one solid brick at a time. So that wraps up our explainer today, but I gotta leave you with this one very important question. Which stream are you gonna start stacking today? Are you gonna finally rent out your money with dividend ETFs, maybe build a highly niched digital product on Gumroad, or are you gonna start building an email list that you own forever? The systems are right here waiting for you. It's time to just pick one and finally let your money start working as hard as you do. Thanks so much for hanging out.